Hello, everyone. It's Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com, and I hope that you are looking forward to this powerful interview. As you know, on the show, I usually talk about topics that are going to help you get to that next step, whether or not you're just dealing with a household situation, whether or not you're trying to grow your business, whether or not you're trying to just really come up inside of the craft that you're in. Today, I was fortunate enough to run into Sin Camino. I got the interview with Chase West, which is the singer, but it was kind of crazy how it all worked out because he started speaking to his bandmate. They're a three-piece band. He started speaking to his bandmate, and they live pretty close together. So he brought the drummer over as well. His name's Kevin. I'm not gonna take all the time introducing him and introducing the two of them. I'm gonna let them come on and introduce themselves. I want you all to know this is live, so if you have any feedback or any questions, inside the comment box, type something inside there so we can think or hear what you think about the show. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring in Sin Camino. Thank you so much for being on.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. All right, it's going all right. Tell us a little bit about who you all are.
I'm Chase, lead singer, guitarist, writer. I do some other things for Sin Camino. And this is...
I'm Kevin Brown. I play drums for Sin Camino. Yeah.
Cool. How long have y'all been at it? I'm sorry, I pronounced the whole name wrong. Sin Camino. I'm sorry.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. We've been together for going on about 3 years now, right? Yeah, so we've been writing music, started in kind of a home studio type situation with our guitarist, and we realized we had something that we liked, so we're like, maybe someone else will like it, and here we are. Right.
So where did exactly you all grew up together, old-time friends? Where did you all meet?
That's kind of a long and convoluted story. Kevin is actually married to my cousin, and they've been married for how many years?
19, 18.
Don't want to get in line.
All right, hey.
Yeah, and Brown and I were actually in a metal band together, and we won free recording time at our guitarist's studio. That's how we met him, and then we just kind of came together and started doing stuff from there.
Now, as far as the growth and going through things, like, do you all have a 9-to-5? Do you all do a regular job?
Yes.
Yeah, all of us do.
Oh, wow. Well, see, a lot of people, they say, I don't have time. I don't have time to do my 9-to-5 and do music and record and market and do things like that. How's it been for you all?
It's difficult. It is hard.
It's definitely very difficult. I mean, all of us have, regular jobs. We have the band. We all have families. So, I mean, we sacrifice a lot, from, whether it be our work performance or, from our families, whatever it is. We sacrifice a lot to be able to do this. And then on the side of all of that, we have a recording studio that we own that we're working on getting built out and everything. So we're just, we're jammed.
Wow, packets on packets on packets. So, like, a lot of people, they say whenever you're starting into a company or into the music business that it's best to stick on just the music. It seems like you all got your hands into a lot of different things. Can you explain to us why?
I mean, I think it's about doing what you love. I love my normal day job or whatever, but music's been my passion since I was a kid. I know that goes for Kevin as well. I mean, if this is what we love, this is what we want to put our heart and soul into. So that's just how we make it work.
Now as far as whenever you're going into like the stages of learning, well, this is what you do, this is how you get to the next step. What are some like maybe on booking or maybe on like on growth and all in general? Like, what are some of the things that you've noticed that you've done that really took you to that next step? What are some of the things that you've done?
I mean, the whole business it's a learning curve. I mean, you may start out, back when, Brown and I started playing music. I mean, that was the days of, making hand flyers and putting them out on cars at every venue and, word of mouth. Nowadays, there's Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and, all these different groups you can join. And, some of that can help, for some things, some of it can't. I've personally found that as far as like marketing the band and everything, that the internet really doesn't do as much as a lot of people would like to think that it does, especially with, the way that certain sites will prohibit who sees your posts and this and that. I think it's really about having a good product, connecting with your fans. Like, don't be one of those guys, oh, I'm in a band, I don't need to talk to these people after the show or whatever. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Right. It's a connection kind of thing, right? When you first got into it, like when I first got into the whole music scene, I was thinking like, hey, you got to have a great record for someone to listen to it, or you got to. Which, don't get me wrong, I do think that's what people enjoy. They enjoy the great record, but along with it, there has to be something else to back the back end of that. You know what I mean? There has to be something else to help push that. As far as like the music studio, how did that come about? Was that just because you all were looking for more recording time, or like how did that work out?
Well, I mean, I actually went to school for audio engineering, and our guitarist, I guess he started his studio for the purpose of recording his own music, and then he turned it into a business, and then Sin Camino started recording and doing stuff there, and we're like, hey, let's just record our music, and that saved a lot of money. A lot of money. The hours we put in.
Right. A whole lot of money. I was listening to I was listening to the record. Quality, great, beautiful sound. Now, as far as like, all right, so you're saving the money, and so you went to school for the audio. So where did you go to school at to get that power there inside that recording knowledge hearing?
At Houston Community College.
Houston Community College. A lot of people say college online or college on campus. Which one would you? I mean, I know you went on campus. Now, which one? Did you ever try online?
Well, I mean, for audio engineering, you really have to go on campus because, I mean, a big part of it is being in there, learning the gear, using the gear, and yeah. So for audio engineering, you definitely, you got to do it on campus.
Dig it. Now, what about Kevin? Now, Kevin, what about you? Have you been online schooling or any of this kind of stuff?
No.
No. So what made you pick up the drums? Was this always a passion for you?
Just my love for music. That's basically it.
Dig it. How long have you been playing the drums?
Easy 25 years now.
What's your favorite cover to practice on, right? Drums are a little bit harder to practice on. A little bit, right? So.
Right. Actually, I really enjoy practicing, trying to keep up with some Led Zeppelin, some John Bonham. It really gets me going.
That's all right there. That's all right. Now, as in, because a lot of people, I think it's misconstrued. Now, within the band and when y'all are going through practice, how exactly does the listening order go? Does it go from the drums to the guitar to the singer, or like how is that? You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest confrontation when people have when they're starting up bands. No, you need to be keeping up with my timing. So like I know you all three-piece, but since the experiences and things that you all been through, how's it been falling for you all?
I mean, typically we'll kind of start it out with the rhythm guitar and the vocals. And the other two will kind of, feed off of that timing. Once, the drums come in, well, I know that he's like a human metronome. So I know, okay, well, I'm playing with the drums, so I'm doing it right. But we usually start out with rhythm guitar and everything else kind of falls in.
Dig it. Now, what's the favorite song that you all have recorded thus far?
My favorite's Arrhythmia.
That's kind of my favorite too.
Arrhythmia. Arrhythmia. What made you all come up with the song? Are you just a singer-songwriter yourself, Chase, or does everybody collaborate to write the song together?
I mean, I write the I guess the skeleton of the song. I write the kind of the rhythm and the melody and everything and the words. But everyone else has, their own creative input that really, brings the songs together.
Dig it. Now, how did you come about with the song?
Well, arrhythmia, which, the way I write really vague. And if you listen to the lyrics, it could kind of mean a lot of things. But, for me, what it means is, all of my music, I want someone else to be able to listen to it and say, oh my God, someone else has been here too. And the specific topic that I was talking about was overcoming drug addiction and, basically how to push through it and how to get rid of all the negative factors in your life and, come up.
Oh, wow. So like, are you a recovered addict yourself?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. A lot of people are looking for ways to reach people. And, I think like you just spoke on that, on drug addiction and writing music for those people that are going through those situations. It moves mountains. And that is so powerful. Now, how about work life, family, music balance? How do you all keep it? Like, how do you keep the balance? Y'all are in Nashville. Are you on Music Row?
We recorded on Music Row. We visit there, about 2 or 3 times a year?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. That's sweet. How do you keep the balance?
The band has kind of become a family, especially since Brown is already my family. Just this past weekend, my family, Kevin's family, and the guitarist family all came together, rented a cabin, and just, went. Yeah, we had a good time as a family, barbecued, catching fish, going to the pool, all kind of camping stuff. So, a lot of the family stuff becomes intertwined, which really helps because, we know each other like the back of our hands.
Right. It's good to be well known with your bandmates and stuff like that. Have y'all ever had any fallouts?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some times, but we overcame them.
How do you patch them up? What do you do in those situations for the audience? Like, because I know there's some people that are in bands that deal with like, this guy, that guy. Do you go ahead and just nip it in the bud, tell them what you think right now, or do you let it soak in and just kind of like soak in on your body? I don't know your situation or anything, but can you kind of like talk to the audience a little bit about that?
3-man hug session. No. I guess each, situation is different. It's all about listening, to any complaints that another person may have and, really respecting, their part in the group. We've never had any, fallouts or anything where we're just like, okay, we're done with this. But, there's been times where we're just, okay, we just all kind of agree not to talk for a few days until someone like comes around and says, you know what, I might have been wrong, or we'll talk it out right there. It just depends on the situation.
Now, whenever you're going out inside Nashville out there, if you're trying to be a successful up and coming artist, like for your all selves, where did you all first start playing at? Where did you first start getting picked up?
Well, the first time we went there was to record the EP.
Wow. Right as soon as you went in there, boom, EP, here it goes.
Yeah, we and kind of a funny thing about us is actually to this date we've still never played a show.
Right.
Not as Sin Camino. We turned in kind of a demo to our record label, Lamon Records, and they said, we like this. Why don't you come out here and record an EP? We're like, okay, let's do that. So we never really started anywhere as far as playing. We kind of skipped all that.
You just went straight to the goal. Now, how long? Right. Okay, how long have you been with the record label now?
Since April? Yeah, since April. Oh, was it 2016? Oh, yeah, it was April of 2016. Okay.
Oh, wow. So, so what's the difference? I guess it's kind of hard to really know you just got the demos, just like walked in. But now, since the impact of the record labels with you, like again, like if you listen to some of the newer music coming out, like they might talk about Kendrick Lamar, which again is probably not the same genre, but when we're talking about the business world of it all, it kind of is. Not having a label and having a label backing you. Is there any difference that you can feel within the two? Like, do you feel a different vibe about it all?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I think the big word, I mean, especially in a big city like Houston, I think the big word that a label can give you is credibility. I mean, there's hundreds of bands out here duking it out, you know, trying to, you know, be the top band. And there's some great bands here. Like, there's some absolutely excellent bands here. You know, a label can only take you so far. Your music really has to speak, and your connection with the fans really has to push you to that next level. But I mean, and also in rock, I don't know how easy it would be to do it unsigned in rock. I mean, I could be wrong.
We just got a viewer come in. The White Tupac is what he calls himself. He said, "Yo, what's up? What's up?
What's up?
White Tupac."
White Tupac. If you got any questions, go ahead and post them inside, and we will make sure to ask them. But going on through with the conversation we were having there. As far as it gets into, like, again, like, they're only so good. They're only so well. So how exactly is I mean, like, you know what I mean? Where's that leverage for you all? Where's it? I mean, like, again, with the rock music, well, it's different. And I guess, what is it, like the Red Bull sponsor? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? What is it that makes it push forward? You know what I mean? What's that equal there?
Well, I mean, I know. I mean, one of the really good and really underutilized ways to get your name out there, get your band's name out there, is through product endorsements. There are so many professional products that will not even look at you if you're not signed. You know, I'm fortunate to be endorsed by Zamaitis guitars. They make an awesome guitar, and Kevin Bailey is endorsed by DePinto guitars. And, you know, so those companies are sharing stuff about Sin Camino or about us. So, I mean, the bigger the network you can get, the better, which being unsigned kind of hurts you there.
Now, as far as like marketing influencing, is it something like that? Like, if you mention them so many times, they send you a product, or like, how does that work? How does that endorsement work? If you could touch on that.
I mean, I guess it depends on what level you're at. You know, if you're one of these, you know, big drummers or, you know, big guitarists, you know, being endorsed, they're probably going to send you all the free equipment you want all day long. Someone on our level, basically what we get is we get an artist discount. It's a nice discount, and it allows us to buy really high quality gear at a much cheaper rate, which lets us play their instruments live and, you know, on recordings a lot more often. But I'm sure as you move up through the ranks, you know, you get more.
Yeah, it gets better. Now, I know y'all said I want to ask you where's your favorite place to play, but you don't even. Now, if you're getting ready, where is somewhere you're looking forward to playing? You know, where is somewhere that you're ready to knock the doors down and here I am, you know?
I'm ready to play a festival. I want to play a big festival.
That would be very cool.
That would be awesome.
We're actually about to play our first live show as Sin Camino. It's going to be an acoustic performance at a place right by where we live called the Wildcatter Saloon. So we're looking forward to, like, you know, finally letting someone hear us live. But yeah, a festival would be great. I would love going on tour with Chris Cornell as his opener. If you're listening, Chris, what up?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I was just speaking to a couple of people that've been on tour and they're doing their thing. Brandon Maddock and also Dustin Collins. They've been on tour. It seems like it's really, really hectic. I don't know if that's the life. I mean, I guess it's the life I live, but I mean, geez Louise, you know, it's like that going. Now the sound of your music. Usually people say what's influencing us as an artist. In your genre, was it like were we listening to Nirvana? Were you listening to where did the style of your sound, where did it all come from? I guarantee you it wasn't really like Dr. Dre or any of that.
No, I mean obviously Dre had some influence on what we're doing here.
Right.
But I mean, we all have kind of different musical backgrounds. I mean, you know, what do you like?
Right. I'm more of a classic rock kind of guy.
I mean, he's a classic rock kind of guy. I am a fool for that like early 90s Seattle grunge sound, but I also like really classic country. Brown does too. And our other guitarist, he was really influenced by, guitarists like Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, a lot of the blues greats.
That's where I love to sit inside the blues, sitting inside the blues. How long does it typically take you to come up with like your lyrics that you're writing down, Chase? How long does it take you to get that? Like, is it a day process? Like me, it pops up out of the middle of nowhere. Does yours pop up out of the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, pretty much all the time. The last song I wrote, I was actually dreaming the lyrics, and I woke up about 1 a.m. and had to put them into my phone so I didn't forget them. But I mean, some songs, I'll start out with a rhythm and I'll be like, well, I really like how that sounds. And I'll, throw some lyrics to it, during the day. And some songs, I'll just get these words in my head and I'll write it down and then I'll put that to music. So it all varies.
Dig it. Now, as far as, of course, I just heard you say you use your phone, but typically when you're writing or when you're composing your music, do you write this with your cell phone? Do you write with pen and pad? Are you still old-fashioned and you picked up with the times?
I do both. If I'm out and about, I'll mark it up in my cell phone and just like a notepad type deal. And then once I get to the studio, I have a dedicated little, notebook, and I have my own dedicated pen that I use for writing my songs, and then I'll write them on paper.
Very good. Now, for the drummer, what is it that keeps the beats in your head? I mean, because I'm sure you got all these different beats that are going in through your head. I'm sure, it's hard to keep it all in one. Now, how do you come up with these? Is it through the rhythm, or is it just placed in there?
Basically, rhythm. Just feel the rhythm. That's it.
Yeah, just building the rhythm. Now, what's your set of, what are they called?
What's that?
The brand.
Oh, Gretsch. I play a Gretsch.
Gretsch.
Yeah.
How many pieces do you have on it?
Seven pieces.
Ooh. Right. That's really nice. That's really nice. When did you get them?
Oh, when did I get them? Last year. I got them for my birthday, actually. It was a birthday present. It was really nice.
What kind of sticks do you use?
I used to use Vader, but I started using the Vic Firth now. They feel right now.
What's the name of them?
Vic Firth.
Big Firth?
Vic
Firth?
Vic Firth. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see any drumsticks, send them his way.
Right?
His way. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with everyone and let them get some insights and some singing or some listening to the music that you have to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. And if anyone's listening live, I do hope you all can enjoy this music that is, well, you know what? I was about to play it. Let me go back here. Ladies and gentlemen, just give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here. And we're going to scroll through here. We sometimes you deal with these situations. Here's the song right here. We're going to go ahead and pause it real quick. Pause. Boom. All right. I'm muting this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the song. Can you all tell us a little bit about the song Wake Up Call?
Wake Up Call was written about a relationship that one of us had that really was not with a good person, and everyone around him saw it, and we're trying to tell him, hey, dude, you need to wake up. And he finally did, but yeah, it's basically about the struggles of that relationship.
Sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, Wake Up Call. Enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hear more of this music, you need to make sure you go to the YouTube Sin Camino, Sin Camino, and type in "Wake Up Call." You will find the video and you will watch the video. And if you're like me, you are going to enjoy that music. I would like to ask you a few questions about the video, if you don't mind.
All right.
How did you come up with the scene of shooting it all? Was it how did you come up with the idea to make the visual?
Actually, the video producer, I guess the director, whatever he is, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The guy who was directing the video, he came to me with the idea, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. It was actually shot in the basement of an old paint warehouse. And then the other scenes, we actually never met those actors, but those scenes were actually derived from things that had happened during that relationship that, the song is about.
Dig it. I dig it. Man, that's so cool. So there was collaboration put inside of that.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot of collaboration. Now, where did you all go to get your music video done?
It was in Nashville. The label set it up.
Oh, so it was already through the label then. It was already through the label. Now, what was your favorite part about shooting the music video?
Not playing it 30 times.
I think just the learning experience of it all. It was the first time any of us, I think, had done a music video. And even though, it was a long day of work. It was playing the song 30 different times, costume changes.
Right.
But, just seeing the behind the scenes of the music business was really
cool experience.
Yeah.
It was really.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again and then pull up the Facebook page and where you all are located in. Here we are. Boom. We're going to go ahead and shrink this down. And now this is the music group. Sin Camino. Now inside and go ahead and like the page. I normally would have already liked it, but I wanted to make sure that you all seen how to like that page. Go ahead and click that like right there to all the viewers. And come here and invite your friends. This is as easy as you could do it. If you're looking to invite your friends, click that tab right there that says invite your friends to this page. It'll open up and then boom, invite, and just go crazy. Invite all your friends to this page so you can see and find out what's the newest, next things coming up inside of their agenda. Because again, they have not made it to the stage yet, but they're on their way. They are well on their way. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to the website. Could you tell us a little bit about the website right here?
That is the website for the record label that we're signed with. They do, well, actually, it's weird. Like, us being a rock band, they do mostly gospel and country.
Oh, wow.
Not sure why they picked us up, but, we're glad they did.
So they usually do gospel and country, and they just come out and said, you know what, we want to put some rock in our life, huh?
Basically, I think so.
Daggone it. Well, hey, you can't be upset about that. If you want to contact the website, the record label, LamonRecords.com, you can click the contact us button. It'll load up. Boom. Here's the information. Go ahead and send it in. And then I'm pretty sure they'll come back and respond to you if they like your content or if they'd like to help you out. How exactly did it go out with you all? I remember you said you had the demo and you brought in the demo to them. And then what was it, like a 2-week, 3-week process till you heard back, or what was that like?
For them, it was really weird. For them, it was about 2 weeks. and they're like, hey, we like your sound. We'd like to talk to you more about working with you. Other labels, it'll take months, years sometimes. One of the big things. What's that?
Right. I'm sorry, they're right in Texas?
No, they're in Nashville.
Oh, they're in Nashville. So you all are in Texas and you drive all the way to Nashville.
Right.
Woohoo! That's a good trip. How long does it take you think?
Oh, what was it?
It took forever.
What was it? Was it 16 hours?
It was like 16 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
Y'all swap out on driving or?
Not really.
No.
Not really. I drove most of the way.
You drive the whole way. Jeez Louise. Man.
Yeah.
Well, all in all, before we get off here, because I don't want to keep you on too long. I know that you're all busy. I want to know, if there's anything that you could say to someone to motivate other people. Like, what is something that you could say to other artists or other drummers or singers, songwriters, or anyone that's looking to make it inside the music business? Can you give us some advice on what possibly they could do to both of you when you all, one person take their turn to the next person?
Hard work. Just keep at it. Practice.
And for me, I would say if you're passionate about it, let it show through in your music, and other people will become passionate about it as well. People can tell when you're kind of only doing it, halfway, or when your heart's not in it. And I think people respect the honesty and the integrity of the music that you create if you're really into it.
That's really true. You know what? I think it's so true. It's like with the blues or with anything that matter. If you have passion and you sing, someone's gonna feel it. You know what I mean? Someone's gonna get that. Now, what I usually do before we get off the show is I usually have you all ask a question to the audience. Sometimes they type back, sometimes they don't. I usually edit the videos down, make them into 4 more copies, because I'm pretty sure there's lots of things inside of here. People are just going to probably go click the skip button, try to fast forward. I don't know, but so we'll chop it down. We'll put it in there. But I want to get a question from the both of you. If you wanted someone to answer your question and you wanted to ask one to the audience, what would it be?
That's a good question. I guess my question would be, what is it that draws you to any specific artist or band that makes you, I don't want to say fall in love with them, because I don't need any fans falling in love with me, but but just makes that your band. What is it that you look for? Is it the style of music? Is it the lyrics? Is it the beat? I guess kind of all that. What are people looking to hear?
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, now a question from Chase is, what exactly are you looking to hear when you're looking for a band? What is it that you want to hear out of that band? Is it the beat? Is it the music? Is it the lyrics? You heard it right there. And for you, Kevin, the drummer, what's your question?
The same as Chase's.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna get it done like that. Are you sure? Are you sure you want the same answer?
That was a good question. I liked it.
All right. Is there anything y'all want to throw out there before we get off here? Any shout outs, anything like that?
What's up, White Tupac?
White Tupac, what up? Don, how you doing? Love you. I know you're watching. Also, anyone that does go to our Sin Camino page, they can buy our EP directly from the Sin Camino Facebook page. We'll even sign it for you if you want. But yeah.
Sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stop by that page. Make sure you buy some products. Support the locals inside your town. And if they're not local, supply it to support the music industry within people that are trying to make it. Supports other people's passion. It feels good. It feels great when you're helping other people. Not only are you helping the band get further on, you're probably going to help yourself in clarity. Music is pretty much powerful, and it changes your emotions from good to bad to sad to anything. So, like, if you're in a bad mood, maybe you might need to pop in Sin Camino's tape, and it might change it up. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this interview. Itsmontez.com. I hope that you subscribe, like, and comment. If you don't do that, you can't keep up. Itsmontez.com. Thank you so much for tuning in.